We have been eating good this year. We've seen the release of a plethora of outstanding Metroidvanias, from the harrowing yet beautiful world of Silksong to the cerebral puzzles of Animal Well, from the colourfulness of Constance to the pastel palette of Possessors. There's been no shortage of wonderfully labyrinthian worlds for us to get lost in. And with Metroid Prime 4 just launching, we figured it might be a good idea to round up the next wave of adventures for you to keep an eye on. Hey guys, it's Chip, and today on Pixel Paradigm, here are 10 Metroidvanias to keep on your radar. And remember, if you're into this sort of thing, make sure to like and subscribe, it really helps us out. Without further delay, here's Crowsworn. This game looks like if Hollow Knight, Bloodborne, and Devil May Cry had a stylish lit, depressingly gothic baby. Honestly, this game has so much steez. Look at these full screen animations. Look at this beckoning gesture. This dude here has so much aura. Originally kickstarted, developer Mongoose Rodeo managed to secure its funding in just about 3 hours. In this game, you get to explore a dark world inhabited by men and monsters in this action-packed platformer. Lay waste to the monsters that stand in your way with a wide array of stylish combat maneuvers as you attempt to unravel the truth behind the curse of Ferandal. You play as a plague doctor who's also a crow who wakes up in a coffin after a bout of amnesia and will traverse a vast kingdom cursed with sightless creatures of nightmare to discover its origin and its suffering. You'll fight using a scythe and 2 guns, as well as crow-like powers by tapping into a dark energy known as malice. Apparently it's going to feature a whopping 120 enemies, 30 bosses, as well as a boss rush, nightmare mode, alternative ending, and DLC. Crowsworn's coming to all platforms, but the date's currently TBC. The next on our list is The Eternal Life of Goldman. This is shaping up to be another beautifully created adventure with a painterly animated art style and impeccable voice acting. Just listen to this.
Can't you hear what I am telling you? He dreamed of nonsense. He was greedy for nonsense. He was cruel because of nonsense. He filled my head with nonsense, and I believed in nonsense. And one day...
Mom, if you don't want...
And one day he will come back and pay for everything. Do you understand me? Or not?
The world is bright, yet hauntingly beautiful, and described as a vibrant yet dark adventure that weaves together legends, fairy tales, and myths. It takes the genre at an unusual angle and offers something unexpected at every turn. You arrive at the archipelago on a strange mission to kill the deity, a mystical creature everyone talks about, but no one has seen. To find the deity, you'll have to delve deep into many secrets these islands keep. You'll discover a place marked by tragedy and filled with eccentric characters and remarkable contrasts. You can upgrade your cane with new parts and unlock new abilities to explore the hidden corners of the island and face incredible creatures. It's meticulously hand-drawn just like Cuphead, but honestly, that's as far as the comparison goes. The devs have said gameplay-wise, it's a challenging platformer that demands precision, but it never devolves into a grueling exercise where you have to memorize and methodically execute an exact sequence of actions. The key to success is improvisation and ingenuity. They go on to say it's a game that encourages exploration and will give you a sense of discovery, but it won't have you backtracking in confusion after you gain each new ability or artifact. It's impossible to spend much time wandering around in the eternal life of Goldman without doing anything interesting. Finally, it's a game of complex scenes, robust characters, and a multi-layered story, but it never gets bogged down in thoughtful poses and feigned pretension. All the elements work to create an adventure that takes your breath away and breaks your heart. Honestly, we're so excited for this one, cannot wait for this to drop. It's coming to all platforms and the date is TBC. The next on our list is Eden's Guardian. Now this game has this really interesting art style where it kind of blends this sort of gothic realism combined with this pixelated flair in a similar vein to games like Death's Gambit and Blasphemous. The description for the game reads, "Where shadows fall, it begins." Dive into Eden's Guardian, a challenging Metroidvania experience in a world of medieval and fantasy aesthetics, devastated by conflict where the history of gods and humans intertwine. It's set in a world where gods and humans created guardians, which are essentially a sort of like Nephilim, who have turned to dark powers at the cost of their sanity. You play as a recently liberated guardian who was imprisoned for upsetting the status quo and discovers the world she was raised in has been brought to ruin. Combat looks absolutely nuts with you teleporting all over the place, and if there's 2 mechanics that makes games infinitely better, it's grappling hooks and teleportation. Aliens Guardians coming to everything, and it's releasing soon. The next on our list is Silent Planet. Clearly more Vania than Metroid, Silent Planet puts you in the shoes of Apronic in the distant future, where your mission is to travel to the planet Thorcandra in search of an item known as the Angel's Egg, which is believed to be the source of all life in the universe. It's super slick, and the enemy designs are absolutely foul, so if you're itching for something a little darker, then Silent Planet is definitely your tempo. The soundtrack sounds absolutely fire too, so it's definitely one for you to keep an eye on. The developers have said to expect an arsenal of psychokinetic weapons, deep and evocative lore, and a humongous underground complex which will evoke feelings of solitude and loneliness, which honestly all sounds a bit peak. Silent Planet's coming to Steam, and it's supposed to be releasing Q4 2026. Another game on our list with a unique art style is Mio, Memories in Orbit. And it looks absolutely stunning with this cel-shaded yet sketchy look, kind of reminiscent of the Valkyrie Chronicles series. Side note, did any of you guys play this? This series was sick. Anyway, you play as Mio, a nifty robot who wakes up on a spaceship called the Vessel, drifting aimlessly in space. The vessel's initial purpose remains unknown and lies in ruin, filled with overgrown vegetation and machinery gone rogue. Master precision, rhythm, and timing to find the perfect flow. Earn game-changing abilities like grappling hooks, air gliding, or spider-like wall clinging to help Mio progress through this twisted and interconnected space. The smooth movement and slick combat matches the art style's painterly look and makes it feel like you're exploring this beautiful canvas. Plus, as we mentioned already, grappling hooks are always a bonus. There's currently a demo out, but this is supposed to be released in 2025 and is coming to everything. Congratulations, you've made it halfway through our list. If you're enjoying what you're watching, make sure to like and subscribe, it really helps us out. Next on our list is Chronoscript: The Endless End. This was one of the highlights from PlayStation's latest State of Play, and this is supposed to be an exploration-based action-adventure game where you, an editor trapped within a manuscript, must unravel a 1,000-year story that writes itself beyond this end across 2D pages and a 3D manner. This game's mechanics and premise kind of reminds us of a darker, edgier version of The Plucky Squire. You explore a 2D world stitched together from thousands of manuscript pages, each with its own unique location. Fight fearsome enemies who, when sowing the seed of destruction, have departed from this world. Rooted in the satisfying challenge of 2D action platformers, this game evolves as you play, unlocking dynamic ink-traversing moves, as well as unique abilities to be used in exploration and combat. This is coming to Steam and PlayStation 5 and is releasing in 2026. Next on our list is World Dweller. Now, World Dweller is a dark fairy tale Metroidvania full of charming characters living in a wretched kingdom. You play as Glimmer, a tiny bird armed with a matchstick who must burn the Wicked Queen to save his family. The art style is incredible, with this paper theatre style vibe we first kind of saw make waves with Rayman Legends and Child of Light. It looks like he's got some moves and can be a bit techy. There's a clip in the trailer where you see our boy slide behind the enemy and mollywop him with his matchstick from behind. Bosses look absolutely harrowing. I mean, look at this brother's teeth. Harrowing. It's made by the guys who made Crypt Custodian, another great Metroidvania about a mischievous cat called Pluto, who has died and is sentenced to be the Afterworld's janitor. World Dweller's coming to Switch and PC and is coming soon. The next on our list is Silent Santicardo. You explore a desolate, crumbling world and fallen kingdom tainted by lost magic. Explore overgrown ruins, encounter a cast of peculiar characters, and defeat a menagerie of twisted enemies as you search for the source of Santicardo's curse. You play as Luna, a wandering priestess armed with the magical Moonweft blade, searching the rain-soaked forests, decrepit ruins, and salt-washed shores of Santicardo to uncover the source of the spreading blight. The game blends intense weighty combat packed with combos, dodges, spells, and all sorts of classic methodical Metroidvania exploration. Detailed pixel art sets the tone, while peculiar characters, hidden lore, and challenging bosses help to flesh out a mysterious, atmospheric world packed with secrets. This is coming to Steam, and the release date is TBC. Up next is Altered Alma, which is apparently what you get if you combine a Metroidvania, an RPG, and a dating sim. This game kind of looks like it's going to be a perfectly pixelated, violently brutal affair, set in the futuristically cyberpunk world of Neo Barcelona, featuring iconic landmarks such as Sagrada Familia, Park Güell, and many others. It sounds like the story is going to be sick too, with writing veterans Anthony Johnston and Emma Beebe, who respectively helped pen Resident Evil Village, Dead Space, and Tales of Iron. There's currently a demo out now, it's coming to all platforms, and is arriving soon. And finally on our list, we have Clockwork Ambrosia. Now this is a SNES-inspired Metroidvania with a weapon-building twist. You play as Iris, an airship engineer trying to escape an island after a near-miss crash. You find yourself caught up in a mystery spawning eons when the island's populace disappears, seemingly replaced by malevolent robots and cyborgs. The wrinkle in Clockwork Ambrosia's combat mechanics is the ability for players to piece together unique weapons with game-changing modifications and synergies. Think Gunstar Heroes and say Mega Man X with the steampunk aesthetic of something like Gestalt Seaman Cinder or Jamestown. Clockwork Ambrosia is coming out on Steam in April 2026. So that's our list. Sure, it's not everything that's coming out, and it would be out of order not to at least mention Wolfhound, The Good Old Days, Bloodstained, and the upcoming Silksong DLC. However, these were the titles we were looking forward to the most. Which ones are you looking forward to? Did we miss any good ones? Let us know what you're looking forward to in the comments. And if you're feeling extra nice, drop us a sub. We really appreciate the support. Take it easy, and we'll see you next time.